guys, this is Shayla's 89, and this is Pretty Little Liars season 5. Okay, season 5, episode 6. Run, Alley, run. Excuse me. It starts off from the girl after Toby's house being blown up. The girls get a text from A. Another explosion happens in the house. This is like right after Toby goes in the house. Toby's fine. Toby is fine. I think he went to the hospital and stuff. Hannah sees Caleb and tells him Hannah sees Caleb and he tells Hannah that he's been with Caleb. But Toby at the hospital, Caleb gives Hannah this article saying that the house was a gas leak explosion. I cannot talk. Gas leak explosion. Arya and Ezra talk about Shauna and how A might know about Shauna's death. Ezra's trying to connect where Allie was buried, and Mr. Laurentiis was buried. How Mr. Laurentiis is connected to the Radley patient Bethany. Mr. Hastings and Spencer and her dad, they talk about the living arrangements and what's been going on. Spencer was like, "Oh, you died where you've been," and all this other stuff. And also that she thinks, I don't know, she didn't say whether she thinks her father killed, but she was like, "Don't you think that your pills had something about his pills and Mr. Laurentiis, because his pills was also something that killed Mr. Laurentiis. I know that." Ezra calls about the connection with Bethany and Mr. Laurentiis, and Arya talks to Spencer about her slips. Also, Spencer and Arya talked about the whole conversation she had with her father. The rest of the girls were kind of jumpy. I know Allie is, Emily is. Hannah's like over it. She wants a normal life and all this other stuff. But it ain't normal without A in it, Hannah. I'm just saying. Your life is nothing without A in it. Because every time y'all did something, y'all kept thinking A knows about it or something. Like Arya's paranoid self. Allie gets a video of her mom being buried, and A texts, "Well, I buried your mom like I watched your mom bury you." And they gang up at somebody's house. I don't know whose house it was. I didn't pay attention to it. Spencer basically said her father didn't do it and all this other stuff. Allie thinks about leaving. Spencer is at Raleigh trying to talk to Eddie. Eddie can't tell her diddly squat whatsoever. He can't talk about anything. Also, and Detective Tanner is back. Yay! I don't like her. I don't like her at all. Allie and Hannah together. Mm. Allie and Hannah get together. Allie is cautious about the door being answered. Hannah goes into the door and it's Travis. Travis talks about Allie and Lucas and the thing that happened at the party and how she was distracted and trying to get to somebody on the phone. She avoided some truth to that and truth about Caleb, but we ain't getting into that. Allie's talking to somebody on the phone. Hannah overhears it. Allie's scared and she's trying to leave. And then Allie said something about Hannah's little love triangle. Next thing you know, Hannah's trying to help her leave. And I can see why, because at the time, it was hard to tell Allie and Hannah apart. and Mona basically put Han as an Allie remake. Um, Ezra and Arya, they talk about the kiss and how things can't go back the way they were, which we all know that it might end up going back that way anyway. I'm not saying nothing. Detective Tanner pops up, asks some questions about Shauna to Ezra. And this is where I have a little problem with Arya. Stop leaving your shit everywhere. You trying to trying to make yourself not known in somebody's house, knowing that somebody else is coming here. Take your shit with you. Why would you leave your personal stuff there? Yes, I know you was in a hurry to hide, but this is how you get caught, heifer. Stop leaving your stuff noticeable. You remember the last time you did that? Ezra found out that you was in the cabin. You left your damn keys. You was trying to leave, but you left your damn keys. Where was you gonna go, heifer? Where was you gonna go? Right. Now, this time, you're sitting there leaving your shit on the table and the detective Tanner notice. You know she's gonna notice. I don't even know why you didn't, like, try to take your shit with you. It was a bag and a coat. Or a little jacket or whatever the fuck it was. You could have grabbed that up and hid up in the bathroom. Didn't have to say shit. Arya pisses me off. How dumb she can be. Anyway, Paige and Emily talk about helping Allie. Paige had one something to do with it, but she finally tells who's part of the I Hate Allie group. Spencer's mom and dad try to, I think, Spencer and her mom talk about her dad, and he pops up. Han is helping Allie get money, packing things up, basically trying to rush her out the house as soon as possible. And like I said in my notes, I think Hannah wants Allie to leave more than she wants to help Allie. Which is true, she did. Allie goes to her father to the house to go get some stuff or whatever. Spencer sees her parents trying to reconcile and stuff, but a bomb drops later on in the episode. I'll get to that. Arya and Ezra are trying to move his stuff to his storage room, or trying to move his stuff as fast as possible out the house. He finally opens the package that was left in front of his house, and it's a drawing of, I guess, Mr. Lawrence, a monster in the garden in, I think, Allie's house, if I'm not mistaken. And it's signed by Bethany. Emily tells Hannah that Lucas and Melissa is part of the I Hate Allie group. And then she gets pissed off that Hannah's trying to help Hannah's trying to help Allie leave. And that's when Emily was like, are you sure you're not just trying to help her leave for your sake? Which is true, she was. We ain't getting into that. And that Emily brings up the changes and all this other stuff. But Hannah brings up Shauna's changes. Not Shauna. Emily's changes. I'm getting everybody mixed up. Leave me alone. Don't judge me. Everything shit. Yo. Emily chases after Allie. Well, goes to Allie's house and all that stuff. Paige goes to her locker and sees a rat fall out. Then again, obviously somebody found out that Paige told Emily who was part of the group. Allie is at her house. She goes to her father. She calls her father to see where he's at and all this other stuff. She says goodbye. She goes to her room, packs up her ID, her little bit of money, puts the stuff back in, goes back downstairs. Somebody's in the house. attacks her until Emily shows up. Emily shows up. And Emily was like, "You're not leaving, not tonight at least." Or whatever. Spencer is looking at Bradley and then Bradley and Bethany, the patient. Hannah and Caleb, they talk about Allie leaving or how she's helping Allie leaving for her good reasons and anything. Arya and Ezra, they look at the camera surveillance footage and see that Eddie left the picture at his door. The girls group up. Emily tells that Hannah was trying to help leave. Allie said don't blame her because she's the one that. Arya brings up Eddie leaving the picture and at Ezra's front door. Spence, and then there's something about going back to Raleigh, and then Arya bring up a good point that Spencer should go. Spencer also brings up a good point that she's been committed. She was committed there, and she can't really do anything. And I'll figure out something. Allie's got a text from A and tells her not to leave. Allie's with M and ends up spending the night over there. Spencer talks to her mom about. Spencer's mom was looking up some article about an empty grave and stuff. I think the empty grave where Allie was supposed to be buried at, and was Hastings asked about Toby. Toby's still at the hospital and all that other stuff. And then her mom tells her that they're moving back in the house, but their father is leaving. So they're still separating or divorcing, I guess. I don't know yet. And Hannah sees Travis. That's not looking good because obviously you can tell Hannah's distracted with Caleb and Allie and all this stuff, and he likes her too much to get involved or try to. And it's right, he shouldn't get involved because you don't need to be put through none of this A stuff. You don't. Arya volunteers at Radley. Detective Tanner pops up again and wants to talk to Allie and her father about a kidnapping and about Shauna. And then Allie gets another text from A, and that ends the episode for today. Sorry about my little mix up of words and all that other stuff, but I got it done. So yeah, bye guys.